Hello, welcome to the program Face the Fact on Global TV. Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and start time 276. My name is Topsy Gimba, your host. Face the Fact is a program that looks into national issues, discussing them holistically in all angles. And again, gives us the privilege to invite personalities to be with us in the studio. They explain exactly what they know best by giving us the factual issues relating to whatever they're discussing. I have a distinguished Nigerian, well known in the aspect of politics, religion, and even writing books. No any other person than Dr. Pastor Wike Udoh. He's going to tell us more about the state of the nation, because at a point in 2023, he actually stood in for vice presidential candidate under the Action Democratic Party. I want to know basically, why did he indicate interest to stand in as a politician within that period, though they lost out. And today we are in a different political ball game where we have the sitting governor, a sitting president, so to speak, as from the APC. Is he satisfied with what he is seeing? Is that the direction Nigeria is supposed to go? He sits here, he explains to us basically what he knows concerning the Nigerian body politics. It's a pleasure having you on the program this evening, Dr. Pastor Wike, and also an author.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, my viewers.
Yes, from the prologue, it's clearly shown that indeed you contested as vice presidential candidate on the platform of Action Democratic Party.
Yes, I did. Like I've always said, that I realized the need of not just sitting on the fence. And I strongly believe I should be an agent of positive social change. And having acquired the necessary knowledge and having read far, maybe widely about this nation, and the things we need to do, I realized that the problem was basically leadership issue. Somebody humorously said that God, while creating the whole world, that when he got to the time of Nigeria, God was tired. He deposited all the resources and left them in Nigeria. It is in Nigeria that you don't have, there's no state you go to that you don't see mineral resources. We are potentially sound, that blessed with all kinds of natural resources, but we are backward when it comes to reality or enjoying the benefit of such.
Why is it so?
Because the leadership have failed us. People always say that we are a failed nation. I say we are not a failed nation, rather, our leadership have failed. The shame is to them. People that are supposed to use the opportunity given to them, the time, resources. I say we have the resources, that's the treasure that God has blessed us with. We have the time, the 4 years we are given to. You also have the talent. With leadership, probably you have to just bring, God has blessed us with individuals across nations, across every part of Nigeria, that can put things, or when you call them on technocrats, that when you bring them on board, they'll make things happen. But the issue is this: the ball always stops with the leader. I remember Obasanjo saying that one of his ministers, one of his advisors, he said his duty was just to advise, and it's left for him to take decision or do otherwise. So we have had bad leadership from years, and that have been telling, and it's like we are going from frying pan to fire over the years.
Frying pan to fire?
Yes.
You mean that's the assessment of the present administration you are making?
Yeah, because when things have not improved, one will have asked that question: what is it that have improved after the turn, when everything turned around, when Buhari took over? Now, when Tinubu took over, the president, when he took over, what is it that we say that have improved? Is it from economic points? Is it security? Everything have been on the backward pedestal. So what I see is that even the laws or the policies they say is rolling out, I see that as though they lack the political will to enforce it. And when there's no political will to enforce anything, it's as good as if it was never implemented or ever enacted as a law or policy.
Doctor, if you make candid assessment by looking at how things are at the present administration and compared to what used to be when Buhari was there, are you saying there hasn't been a significant improvement?
Are you saying that the dollar have now maybe reduced? The dollar now, the value of dollar have now reduced in comparable with Nigeria? Are you saying that the poverty rate have reduced? Are you saying that security, people are no more being kidnapped? No, I want to know, are you saying people are no more kidnapped? Are you saying that there's no more Boko Haram in operation, even in some hidden places? So these are the things that we can use indices.
You know very well that if you are cancerous,
yes,
when you are undergoing treatment or therapy, the cure doesn't just come immediately. The cure doesn't come immediately. It takes time to heal. So if Buhari was there and some of these issues are associated to then when he was in government and then taking over like the way it is today and things are the same, don't you think we are not going to get the solution immediately until as time goes on? For instance, or let me say, as you discuss, as you campaign in 2023 to become, will you have improved much more than what you see today?
By all means. One, even the people, if I'm to, you say if the people, the people that are in government today were still part of the people that were during Buhari 8 years in operation or in leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were kingmakers. They brought him, and even when he was taking wrong steps, none of them opposed him. They were supporting him, making sure so that they will leave maybe the booties for them to continue to come and loot. Now people, they are contractors. You know, money is money. You let into the society that you used that help even consumption, thereby provoking more production. Contractors have not been paid. Most of them from since November last year. I have heard them rioting. These are people that their money, some of them borrowed.
You mean in this administration?
Of course, yes.
With so much money when they have removed the subsidy?
Of course. Many of them. You can ask any of them. I saw many of them have been complaining. It's on television, on everywhere. They actually rioted. Though because of the usual way, any movement, if once it's against the government, want to speak out, they will come after you with police or the or paramilitaries. So there are challenges that most of the challenges have been existing. You were talking about cancerous. The cancer, they are the one that brought the cancer. And it's unfortunate that even the herbalist or the babalawo that brought, babalawo know how to inflict injury, don't know how to cure it. They have inflicted injury. If we have been voted in, there is no how Nigeria would have been improved.
What was your blueprint when you were campaigning? You had a joint ticket with Engineer Yagbagi.
Yes.
What was your blueprint if you had given the opportunity, if Nigerians are collectively given the mandate to lead, what would have been your regime as it is today?
Like what you said, our mantra was social capitalism.
Social capitalism.
Social capitalism, what do I mean? You run the nation as though you are intended to make profit. And when some profits are achieved, that is used to affect the society for good. That was our aim. And that you can do it even through education, through good health. You don't have to use maybe opportunity given to you, maybe whatever you have, you want to overshadow others or bring others down. The health workers are still living Nigeria in their drones. These are people that have been trained, and we think about it. When they leave Nigeria, when they go over, they will not naturally become the first, or they take over the first position in any organization. Either they are medical doctors or they are lawyers, whatever they are involved in outside. It's just the problem. They will see them doing better. So the problem is not them. The problem is the environment. So these are the issues. As long as the leadership is not meant for, it's as though it's meant for self-aggrandizement. Let me just take, some people will say, this is our turn. A turn to do what? Is it a turn to develop Nigeria? Or is it the turn to maybe to eat your own, to eat from the cake you never baked? So these are the issues. Until we learn to make sure Nigeria, we sacrifice. We sacrifice to make Nigeria better, to bake the cake. It will still become. They announced that now the fuel, what do you call it? Port Harcourt refinery, everything have been repaired. Everything have been repaired and all whatnot. What is happening to them? We are still importing. And if not Dangote, if not because of Dangote, maybe everything would have been more ridiculed than ever.
But doctor, don't you see that these days we are beginning to see the crashing of food prices in the market? In the time past, long before now, we never had it good. Nigerians were like suffering. Some parents were even cooking stones as at that time to deceive their family members that food was on fire. And the children will be playing around at the backyard hoping to eat until they could sleep. Today is not like the way it used to be. Are you saying we are not achieving some kind of significant success?
I'm just still trying to think which market we are buying from. The only thing that we have said have changed.
The market that might not be a very sharp difference, but at least not that the way it used to be. Have you not experienced that?
No, what have just happened within the last 1 month or two is because this is a harvesting season. For yam, harvesting season. For corn, harvesting season. For most of those products that you see for the common man.
Okay.
There's those things that we have just harvested all those. And you see people are eating it. And after much. And it's supposed to have reduced more than this. But nothing much. It's just that we have excess being supplied to the market.
Are you saying it's just a film trick when Konjo Iweala paid a visit to president in the State House and then shower a lot of praises on
Which
him? Konjo Iweala, the DG or what is it called of World Trade Organization sort of. She came to Nigeria, paid visit to President Tinubu in Villa in the State House. The reports we were receiving from there were so cheering that she assessed Nigeria economy, and by far, it's not like they used to be in the past. You are now saying that nothing is really happening, or no significant improvement in the terms of...
Professor Konjo Iweala is not staying with us in Nigeria. We are the one that are living. We are the street people. We know what we are suffering in the street. She is staying outside, and she is just coming in. Probably because they have been able to stifle people not to riot, make people not to talk. And so people may not see people moving across the street, trying to demonstrate. That is just the only thing that we've not seen much of that. Unlike when other government, and once they are not seeing things moving the right way, they come to the street. Nothing have improved. And it becomes so worrisome when the same government is also planning to make sure they capture all the states. Look at what have happened in Rivers State. And don't be surprised, that's how it's going across all the whole states, to make sure that all the whole states are captured for the government in power. Why don't they, if they believe in democracy, why don't they allow their good deed? Or if they are doing good things, why don't they allow their good deed to speak for them? Because you have not done the right thing, you say you must vote for me, you must dance to my tune, whether I'm beating to the tune you like or not, dance to my tune I want you to dance.
Now an opportunity has been provided by this administration. INEC particularly is undergoing registration. Those who turn 18 and those who lost their card or damaged or defaced or whatever, or you misplaced, you have the opportunity. If you want to check out a bad system or bad governance or the bad government, now is an opportunity. And you have a political party that's known at the national level. What have you been doing to ensure that you create an awareness, sufficient awareness among your followers so that they become tools to unseat whoever you think is not right?
Thank you very much. One is the issue of the voters registration. It's very easy to register. Go to AMAC. You see the crowd. You ask people to come for registration. There's not enough provision of the people that will register them. Some of them will come in the morning and go, some of them carrying their babies. They'll go through, stay 2 or 3 days without any success. That is just one.
You mean as it is now?
Yes, today. Just go to AMAC.
But there are so many centers. Why would people crowd in a particular given place?
That is just all those places. If you go, you see one shortcoming or the other. That is logistic issues. Keeping it outside. Another one is one thing to be registered. It's another thing to give people to vote, and also for your vote to count. We saw what happened. They call it glitch or glitches. They may call it any name. But it's very glaring that people, the vote did not count.
So what did you do when you realized that votes were not counted? As those who are those who we consider, or the worst at that time, in the forefront. What did you do when you noticed this?
One is we believe in justice, and we don't believe in exchange of blows. We believe that everything should go through the court. We believe that the court should have been the final arbiter. But you go to the court, realize what must have happened. You also realize what have happened. The judges are bought over. So it's unfortunate. We are just, if you prayer for those that believe in prayers, which I do, one of the things is that there be solid electoral reforms. If you say we are going by electronic voting and all whatnot, it will be better. And let it count. Let it be seen. And people have even questioned, why should it be the government building instead of them giving building for INEC? INEC should be giving their money. INEC should be giving their money to build and appoint. Not you bringing contractors. Who knows what they're going to plant there? Who knows what they're going to, the electronic things, or maybe electronic gadget they're going to put there, on whose favor? Will it be independent? So there are many things that are wrong. INEC is not independent. He that pays the piper that takes the tune. Who appoint INEC? The INEC chairman. Who appointed those commissioners? It's the same people in power. So they will tell them, why I'm pointing you there, look at what I'm sending you a message. Because if I'm sending you a message and give you all the resources, why will you come and make me to fail? So a lot needs to be done if we must progress as a nation.
Dr. Udo, let me ask you this question, sir. You publish books, and the recent books that I know were presented to the public, almost running to like 5 of them. And one of the books that I noticed is that of Murky Waters. And I've been trying to see how best I could get to you like the way we are today. Let me ask you, when you say Murky Waters, in my own understanding, is either something that's not consumable, or too deep to enter, or something bad about the water. And when you say Murky Waters, I don't know what perspective we're trying to paint in that direction. Is it like you having joined politics and then you notice that the road hasn't been straight and you are now regretting?
I don't think I have regret, but I've, like somebody would say, I have learned more. That what I'm seeing from afar, maybe the more you look, the less you see. Entering into politics opened my eyes to many wrong things that are in the game. And coming to the book, it's called Murky. When we say something is murky, it's dirty, it's not clean, it's not, it's blurry, it's covered with a little of tapestry of complexities. So when I talk about murky part of politics, I talk about when people say that what politics is not clean. It's not politics as game that is not clean. It is the players. I normally ask question, if you say politics is not clean, is it not the same politics that produce people in other countries where we are having sound or good democracy? It's not the same true politics. It is the people that are playing the game that made politics to be dirty, not politics itself. And it can only take clean people. You say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You will take clean people to clean up the system. And I entered knowing fully well that some people like my person, we can help to clean the system.
How far did you go?
Because
you went there?
Yeah, I went. I did my best. Through education, political education. Mine may not to win everybody. Being involved in politics is not just for me to win. Winning may be the ultimate, but it's also to tell people, to direct people that, look, it's not meant for aburus. It's not meant for touts. It's meant for clean people. It's meant for the people that are enlightened. That's why if they see me and people actually follow me, I wouldn't have won all the whole people in my city. But certain people that wouldn't have voted have to join. Little by little, if people like me, people like other good people come as we are joining hands, we can cleanse the system.
Can you say, as a person who actually participated in the context, to become either number one or number two citizen of this country, though you lost out, are you saying Nigerians are insolvent? They are not very, very serious in whatever they want to achieve? If you believe, over time we've been turning people in and out, and they are not very effective. Obviously, they are not the ones to be blamed, but ourselves who determine who becomes what.
The question is yes and no. One, the people in authority have weaponized poverty as an instrument to make people to other people to vote them. When you they make it such a way that I was in politics. If you have read my book, Multicultural Politics, where even people around me were given about 4 cubes of Maggi seasoning. They were given for them to vote. And I asked myself a question. That Maggi was just...
Was it your party that did that, or?
That did what?
That was given seasoning?
No, it's some other parties. I don't have to mention their name.
Okay, I was just thinking if you were, because
No, I wouldn't have done that.
All right.
Because it was even embarrassing. If not because of poverty, what will make somebody to take cubes, seasoning cubes, that's worth about 200 naira or so, or 500 naira, just because you want to vote?
But did your party give anything at all?
One is for us to sell our manifesto.
What did you do to the people? Just to talk to them?
No, some have to come. We talk to them.
There was no material gift?
It's not necessary. It was not necessary.
Could that have happened?
To give them is not necessary.
But
There's no how people.
Could that have happened?
Probably people may come to me, visit me, I give them water, but trying to induce them or try to capitalize on their poverty or weaponize the poverty to make them to still remain poor. That was a terrible aspect of it. So I believe that I did the part what I know that will help Nigeria better, and I think I've continued in that education. I've taken on that platform to make sure I keep on teaching people, educating people. Look, if you sell your vote, you will suffer for the rest for 4 years. And that have given me a ground, like I have become, because by reason of my venture into politics, I've become a stakeholder in the political affairs of my area.
Okay. Are you thinking of still contesting, assuming you are given the opportunity? Because by 2027, we'll be having another round of elections.
We are still considering all those. My aim is not just to be that I must be the one at the apex. No. I'm just saying we can gather together to make sure Nigeria work for every one of us.
All right. Let me ask you this question. Give us 1 or 2 solutions if we must get it right.
The issue is this. We must fight corruption headlong. There need to be a reformation of EFCC and other anti-corruption agencies, because most of the things that is happening to us, whether even from the voting, is because of corruption that's embedded into the system. If some people are used, it can be as a scapegoat. What do I say, scapegoat? Somebody can go to prison for manipulating the destiny of Nigerians through rigging of election. And also not only anti-corruption, though this one is an extension, also the judiciary need to be reformed. The people that there is a situation where you see, they call it technical. You see number 1, number 4 becoming number 1.
Yeah.
They can call it technicalities.
Number 4 becoming number 1. I appreciate
so those things are not.
Yeah, Dr. Okeudo, I appreciate you for being part of this program, Face the Fact on Global TV 365. Honestly, I enjoyed discussing with you, and I learned a lot. This program is up for you, politicians, to sponsor. And so Global TV offers you that opportunity. This time is meant for you to say what you said, and we enjoyed it to the fullest. I appreciate you deeply.
Thank you very much. I'm also grateful. Thank you, viewers. We'll always see us more and more. And we have to sponsor it to sell our good manifesto and our intention to the world.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's how far we can go on Global TV, Face the Fact. My name is Topsy Gimba. I had a guest, Dr. Udo, who I told you earlier that he too is equally an author and a 23rd 2023 presidential candidate under the platform of Action Democratic Party. We are leaving the studio. I appreciate you for finding time to be with us. Remain blessed. We are out of the studio, and bye-bye.
Thank you.